Good evening, sir.
जय
Good
जगन्नाथ सर,
evening.
प्रणाम।
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Sir.
Good evening. Good
Good
evening.
evening, sir.
प्रणाम सर।
हाँ
Good evening,
Pranam.
sir.
Good
Good evening, sir.
evening. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Welcome to
Sir,
everybody. Good evening. Welcome to everybody to this class. This is MES-12, Unit 8, Basis of Educational Aims and Goals. Am I audible? ଶୁଣ ତମେ ଏଠି ଏଇ ଯୋଉ ମେସେଜଟା କାଇଁ ପଠଉଛ ସବୁ ଏନରୋଲମେଣ୍ଟ ନମ୍ବର ଲେଖି କାଇଁ ମେସେଜ ପଠଉଛ ହ୍ୱାଟ ଡଜ୍ ଇଟ୍ ମିନ୍ ମୁଁ ତମକୁ ମେସେଜ କେତେଥର କହିଲିଣି ମମତା ମଲ୍ଲିକ ହ୍ୱାଟ ଦ ନେସେସିଟି ତମ ଏନରୋଲମେଣ୍ଟ ନମ୍ବରଟା ଲେଖିଲେ ଏଠି କଣ ହବ ଏନରୋଲ ନମ୍ବରଟା ଲେଖିଦେଇକି ତମେ ଲିଭ୍ କରିଯିବ ନା କଣ ହଁ ଦେयर ଇଜ ନୋ ନେସେସିଟି ମୋ କଥା ଶୁଭୁଛି ତ ଦେयर ଇଜ ନୋ ନେସେସିଟି ଟୁ ସେଣ୍ଡ ୟୋର ଏନରୋଲମେଣ୍ଟ ନମ୍ବର ଇନ୍ ମେସେଜ ବକ୍ସ so it disturb us slide flight देखिया को डिस्टर्ब करूची मेसेज फेसेज किसी दियोनी एनरोल नंबर किसी देखिया दबा आवश्यक कि नहीं ओके मु स्क्रीनशॉट रखे अटेंडेंस पे मु स्क्रीनशॉट रखे तमरो जेते क्लास हेले मन रख अटेंडेंस टाइम पे मु एठू no your message is not meant for attendance this is for information your message of enrollment number is meant for not meant for attendance I take screenshot for your attendance तम ना सब अच्छी मो पाखरे सबो सार माने मैडम माने क्लास नेला बेले मु इंसर्ट से स्क्रीनशॉट रखे so there is no necessity to send in message box of your enrollment number okay
okay, sir.
okay
Yes, sir.
बारंबार कहिछि आगु प्रॉब्लम होची कोन ना एसो स्लाइड फैट देखला बेलू प्रॉब्लम होची so today we are going to discuss about unit 8 basis of educational aims and goals so first of all we have to discuss the meaning of aims in education you know we all know aim is the necessity of any human being's life for your kind information without aim one cannot achieve his goal so aim and objectives are the basic principles of human life to reach at his goal অর্থাৎ John Dewey the eminent scholar educationist as well as psychologist John Dewey define the aim of education as an aim implies an orderly and ordered activity, one in which the order consists in the progressive completing of a process. So, in the process of a progress, aim is must. Without aim, one cannot achieve or reach at his goal. Swagatika Maharana, who is Swagatika Maharana? Please talk with me. Swagatika Maharana. Hello? Okay. An aim means a foresight of the outcomes in advance. A foresight of the outcomes in advance of the end, the consequences and fruits of action. So, before reaching any conclusion, there must be a foresight. First, we have to think what will be the end, what will be the product, what result we have to get. This is the definition of aim according to John Dewey. Another important is, what is the need for educational aims? What is the need for educational aim? Do you think, is there any need for a educational aim? Yes? Do you
Yes.
think, is there any need for yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Why? Why educational aim is necessary?
Yes, sir.
Why? ଯାହା ଭାବୁଛ
For
କୁହ।
systematic process.
It is a systematic process. Very good. Any other? Yes?
Ma'am, sir, we can value the realization of knowledge.
Okay. Value the realization of knowledge. Evaluate the knowledge. Okay, good. So, you are right. If there is educational aim, it will help to every individual for what? Now, for economic use of the resources. The resources that is available with us, that may be used economically, properly, in the right way, orderly, systematically, sequentially. So this is the knowledge which gives information to use the resources economically. To use the resources economically means meaningfully. Meaningfully, okay? So, another is proper use of time and efficiency in work. To use the time properly, to manage the time, that is necessary, that is the very essential if there is educational aim. Third one is value orientation to school and educational activities. So, this is related to our educational activities. This is related to value orientation in school and colleges, in any educational institutions. If there is educational aim, it will help to evaluate what? To evaluate the any educational activities in the institution. This is important. Another need is another is distinction between aim and objectives. What is the difference between aim and what is the difference between objective? Can you say? Anybody? ଯାହା ଭାବୁଛ ତମେ ସେୟାର କର ଟିକେ ତୁମ opinion. What is the difference between aim and what is the aim and objectives?
Sir, aim is a broader term and objective is a
Yes?
narrow.
Sir,
एम इज
ହଁ ଚିନ୍ମୟ କୁହ।
सर एम होची गोटे सर एम होची गोटे लॉन्ग टर्म गोल ऑब्जेक्टिव होची हमर शॉर्ट टर्म गोल।
Okay, okay. So, we know in our day-to-day life, we are use objective in place of aim. We use aim, the word aim in place of objective. Interchangeably, we can use in our day-to-day life. If we think it deeply, analyze it, then we can distinguish between two. Goal is the term used in regard to life in general. Goal is the life in general. Goals are set for long duration, maybe a full life, terminal stages of life. So it deals with the long term. That is goal. That is aims. Goals are abstract and too general in nature, but purpose, that means objective, are concrete and facilitate directions for life. That you told, objective is short term and aim is long term. That is right. So without fulfilling each and every objective, we cannot achieve our goal or aim. We cannot reach at our aim. Yes or no? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So aim of life and aims of education are also distinct from each other. So aim of life means it is related to my life, it is related to Chinmaya's life, it is related to Suman's life. It is individualized. But aim of education means it is common to everybody. Okay, it is not related to a single man, single individual, single person. Therefore, aim of life and aim of education is different. So, while aims of life can be specific in contrast of goals of life, aims of education are too general in nature. That I told you now. For example, a young boy or a young girl may respond to a question. What is your aim of life? I'm sadharanatha pilamanku. What is the aim of your life? Please respond. What is your objectives? By saying, one can say, I want to become a doctor, I want to become a lawyer, I want to become an engineer, or I want to become an IAS officer. So these are the response or answers of the question, what is the aim of your life? So this is related to life, aim of life. Okay, but if we can ask, what is the aim of the education? So the answer will be separate, answer will be different. Okay, it is general in nature. So objectives are normally referred to the context of a planned program of teaching. They are highly specific in nature. They are used while framing a lesson plan, designing a program of instruction, chartering out the contents of a curriculum program. These are the known as different objectives of educational activities. So, can you go through what is the difference between aim of life and aim of education? Okay. What is aim of education? What is aim of life? Both are different. How both are different? Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. It is a very important. You see this slide. A slide take dekho. It is very important. Taxonomy of educational objectives. Now we are discussing this unit is meant for what? Na educational aim. Yes or no? So here
Yes, sir.
is about the taxonomy of educational objectives. It is very important. During 1990s, Lauren Anderson, a former student of Benjamin Bloom, with the help of a team of cognitive psychologists, revised what? Na Bloom's taxonomy. In the year 1956, Benjamin Bloom developed the original taxonomy of educational objectives. Manrakha, very important. In the year 1956, Benjamin Bloom developed the original taxonomy of educational objectives. Remember it? In which year?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
1956.
1956. Okay, very good. According to Benjamin Bloom, the taxonomy is knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis, and evaluation. There are 6 types. Okay, got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But one of the student of Benjamin Bloom, he is known as Lorin Anderson. He, in the year 2000, just modify the Bloom's taxonomy like this. Those are remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating. So you see, in Bloom's taxonomy, you look at the slide. Slide रे मु difference लिखिछि in 2 columns. In Bloom's taxonomy, Sasmita Pradhan, any question? Sasmita Pradhan, do you have any question? You raised your hand.
Sorry,
Okay.
sir, it's by mistake.
Okay. So here you look at the slide. In Bloom's taxonomy, that was knowledge. But in revised taxonomy, it is remembering. Yes. Can you distinguish between knowledge and remembering? Anybody? It is very
Knowledge
important.
in the form of noun and remembering in the form of verb.
Very good. Thank you. So, in original taxonomy, it was in noun form, but in revised taxonomy, it is in which form?
Verb form.
Verb form.
Verb form.
এই ପାଠ ଗୁଡାକ ବୋଧେ ଗନ୍ଧଉଛି କେତେ ଜଣଙ୍କୁ ଲିଭ୍ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ସେ ହେଲା ଏଇ ଆଟେଣ୍ଡାନ୍ସ ଟା ପକେଇ ଦେଇ ବୋଧେ ଆମେ ଆଟେଣ୍ଡାନ୍ସ ଟା ଦେଇ ଦଉଛୁ ହେଲା 1200 ନା କେତେ ପିଲା ଆଡମିସନ ତମେ ନେଇଛ ଦିସ୍ କ୍ଲାସ୍ ଇଜ ଅଫ 1200 କିନ୍ତୁ ଡିସର୍ଟେସନ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଭାଇବା ଆମେ କରୁଛୁ ସବୁ କିଣିକି ଆଣିକି ବସୁଛନ୍ତି ପାଠ ପଢାର ନାହିଁ ଆଉ କଣ ପାଠ ପଢିଲେ ବୁଝିଲେ ସିନା ହବ ଇଟ୍ ଇଜ ଭେରି ଇମ୍ପୋର୍ଟାଣ୍ଟ those who have B.Ed degree or who are preparing for any job, you should understand it. 143 to I am noticing 143 पुणी 4-5 जन ता भीतर जॉइन करछन्ती more than 150 now 134 okay there is no issue that I am recording for your information I am sharing it here that I am recording who is leaving who is coming but you are sending message enrollment number message is not recording सेटा मु record रखुनी खाली मो क्लास नुहे anybody's class I am the host remember it so knowledge is used in revised taxonomy as a remembering similarly second one is comprehension in revised taxonomy it is understanding comprehension it is understanding in original taxonomy it is application in revised taxonomy it is applying application applying analysis analyzing synthesis here no synthesizing what is this
Evaluating.
very good
Evaluating.
very good in original taxonomy last one 6th number was evaluation but here creating. Okay what is the difference between Horbatarian steps of lesson plan and 5E model lesson plan anybody
Sir,
who can distinguish
sir, Horbatarian method हमरो बेसी टीचर सेंट्रिक थिला तो हमरो 5E मॉडल टा एंड स्टूडेंट सेंट्रिक करिया पई
okay
आज्ञा सर
what
सर बेसी एतरे हर्बाटेरियन मेथड टीचर बेसी एक्टिविटी रहउतले किंतु हमरे बेसी एक्सप्रेस करिया पई एंगेज आ एकलो
okay what is your
सेटा
opinion
स्टूडेंट
on
केमि एंगेज हबो केमि
okay Tapan you are right what is your opinion on Prakash do you want to say something Om Prakash Om Prakash. Okay, anybody? Any other? Yes,
हेलो
continue.
इज माय ऑडियो
Continue.
हाँ हाँ सर पूर्व यस यस सर पूର୍ବରୁ जो
Yes.
हमर जो थिला टीचिंग प्रोसेस टा
Yes,
साधारणतः
I am
लेक्चर
listening.
मेथड टाइप
I
रे
am
थिला
listening.
केवल
You continue.
यस सर पूର୍ବରୁ जो टीचिंग मेथड टा साधारणतः हमर लेक्चर टाइप रो थिला माने लेक्चरिंग में डिलीवर जस्ट आसीबे टीचर पढे दे की जिवे बट नाउ जो रिवाइज हैला जो टैक्सोनॉमी रे विशेष करके 5P मॉडल रे पिला को एम्फासिस दिया होची टीचर आर जस्ट अ गाइडेड टीचर आज ए गाइडर जस्ट सेମାନଙ୍କୁ गाइड करिवे बाकी पिला सब जानिचंती अकॉर्डिंग टू 5P मॉडल जे पिला निजे ही से सब जिंस क्रिएट करिवो निजे ही से सब जिंस रो क्वेश्चन आंसर दबो से ता सराउंडिंग अनुसार माने एबे टीचिंग टा को
Okay.
एमिति कर दिया जायछि जे स्टूडेंट
Okay,
सेंट्रिक
okay. Thank you. Thank you. Now listen, I can add something with your response and Tapan's response. So, Horvaterian step of lesson plan was related to teacher-centric approach that was based on rote learning approach. But 5B model is constructive approach. It is learner-centered approach. In introduction, presentation, evaluation, so all terms were used in noun form because it was teacher-centered. Clear? But 5B model is engage, explore, explain, elaborate, evaluate. In which form? Yes?
Verb form sir.
Very good.
Verb form sir.
Yes. Ebe mark kala. What is the difference between original taxonomy and the revised taxonomy? Noun form,
Yes, sir.
verb form. This is based on constructive approach. Constructive approach. Okay? So
ସାର୍
then,
ଟିକେ ରିପିଟ୍
Yes,
କରିବେ
कोनटा repeat करबी को again? कोटा repeat करबी?
ସାର୍ ସେ 5 ଆଉ ଆମର ଭର୍ବ ଫର୍ମ ନାଉନ୍ ଫର୍ମ
Yes,
ଟିକେ
yes. Okay. Listen. Horvaterian steps of lesson plan that is known as traditional lesson plan, which is known as traditional lesson plan, that was in all the steps were in noun form. Introduction, presentation, evaluation. And that was basically depend upon that known as a teacher-centered approach and based on rote learning technique. But when we think about what 5B model lesson plan, that is all the terms are in verb form, and here student remains engaged. Teacher engage the student. Student will act, student will do, student will explore.
In 5P model, teacher is the facilitator.
Yes, teacher's role is the facilitation, give the facilitation. Okay, you are right, Vishwaranjan. So, that is in verb form and it is constructive approach and it is the learner-centered approach. Learner involving in different activities, construct his or her knowledge, own knowledge, therefore need not remember it with practice, means do not follow the what? Rote learning approach. This is the difference between both. Similarly, in these taxonomies, in original taxonomy, where in noun form, these are in verb form, that was based on teacher centered, it is made as learner centered. Jetebole tomorrow techniques, approach, everything is changes. So all will be changed. Ame jetele path paduthilu, teacher organized everything. We just listen and practiced and remember it. Kichi न बुझ बुझी घसी मन रखी दउथुलु. But today the system, the techniques have already changed. There is no necessity for remember through practice. So you have to assimilate accommodate your past experience, involve yourself. To teacher will be facilitate, being the facilitator, the teacher will help you, assist you. Therefore, you can help the child to learn, to do. Clear? So then, remembering. These are the remembering. You see,
Yes, sir.
what is?
Yes, sir.
Remembering is the first category is remembering. The subcategories are recognizing. When we recognize something, suppose I read, I heard, I saw any incident, any fact, clear? That I have to recognize. ମୁଁ ବାବର କଥା ମନେ ରଖିଛି, ହଳଦୀଘାଟ ଯୁଦ୍ଧ କଥା ପଢିଛି, ମନେ ରଖିଛି. So I recognize, ଗୋଟେ ଛବି ଦେଖିଛି, ଜଣେ ଲୋକକୁ ଦେଖିଛି ପୂର୍ବରୁ, I will recognize and identify you are that and that fellow. Listing, to make a list. I will give you the task. Dear students, please make a list of the apparatus the doctor uses during treatment of the patient. So you have to remember. You have to remember and you have to recall yourself. The doctor uses a stethoscope, uses a pen, uses paper for prescription writing. So that you have to make a list. Similarly, describing, identifying, retrieving, and naming. These are the subcategories of the remembering category. In traditionally, it was known as knowledge. Knowledge. Second category is understanding. Understanding means interpreting. When a child understand, when a child understand. जे सब टीचर अच्छा टिके रेस्पॉन्ड करो. When a child understand, please.
The student जेतले इंटरेक्शन करे सेतले सेटा इंटरप्रेटिंग इंटरेक्शन करे कन्वर्सेशन
से इंटरेक्शन कला बेले स्टूडेंट
क्वेश्चन रेज करे सर डाउट क्लियर करे पचारिबो.
That means very good. Yes. That means yes. Everything is right. There the student has interest. The student has interact. But during that time, what does he do?
एक्टिव पार्टिसिपेशन सर.
Mind.
एक्टिव पार्टिसिपेट करे सर.
एक्टिवली सब एक्टिव पार्टिसिपेशन हो उत्तर दऊ सेथिपई से कोन करिवो ता ब्रेन टा यूज करिवोनी.
Yes, sir.
I am asking you the question, you are giving response. How? You have to interpret my question in your mind. You analyze in between. What is the question sir asked? Oh, perhaps this should be the answer. You interpret in between. Suppose I will show a diagram you, and you read it and understand and say 2 lines or 3 lines, what is it about? So what will you do? Interpret. A diagram kaha upare. Using your previous knowledge, you have to interpret yourself. What about this diagram? Then you can able to see or write 2 sentence, 5 sentence, 1 paragraph, anything else. The defense parikha ke dabo ba jo pilangu dauthi se mane pakaye defense officer. I have listened. They will give the picture of eminent personality, maybe scientist, maybe politician, maybe philosopher, anybody else, and write an essay. You have to see the picture, photograph, then you have to write essay, 500 word, 1000 word. So without interpreting skill, one cannot. Okay. Exemplifying. To understand anything, always the teacher gives the examples. Why? Without example, it is not easy to understand any fact. जे कोनस कथा कहला मैं एग्जांपल दे जोचे उदाहरण दे दोचे क्लासिफाइंग while understanding there is a classification suppose um, mass media. If we classify mass media, print media, electronic media. What is print media? Example. What is electronic media? Example. So this is classifying. So then one can understand. Summarizing. When you understand anything, at last you have to say or write what you understand in a summary, in a paragraph, within a few sentences. Then another is inferring. Another is comparing and explaining. So these are related to what? Understanding. So these are the different subcategories of understanding. So before understanding, these are the different elements one can understand all these activities. So next, another is, third one is
Sir,
applying.
sir, sir,
What?
inferring, ଟିକେ ବୁଝିପାରିଲିନି, inferring.
Infer means to refer. Previous experience, previous knowledge को तुम infer करिवो. Infer means to refer. Then you can understand. मु तुमको एना कहबी बाघ देखिछ? तुम कहो हाँ.
Yes sir ଦେଖିଛୁ।
तुम कहो हाँ. केमिति देखिला? तुम आइदर पिक्चर रे देखिथिबो, वीडियो रे देखिथिबो,
नंदनकानन
नंदनकानन देखिथिबो. So how it is, you can write few sentence or you can say something because you can infer your previous experience. The man who saw the lion in the jungle, his explanation or her explanation is equal with the who saw the lion or tiger in the video? Tell me.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Obviously it is
Not
different.
equal,
Why
sir.
it is different? Why it is different? को किए जणे तुमे जंगल रे गोटे बाघ देखिछ गछरे चढ़ी हो बा तमे तार जो टावर फॉर थाए चढ़ी की तमे देखिछ ता अर्थ सेटी इन नेचुरल सेटअप हाउ इट मूव्स हाउ इट लुक्स लाइक you get your real life experience. But when you are watching video, it is not like your real life experience. Elephant. मते थरे हमर जने बंधु कहले से गोटे घाटरे गड़िला बेलू गोटे एलिफेंट को देखिले से देखिले गड़ु छंती हाथीटी जदि से फेरु छंती गाड़ी बुले के आस परिबेनी हाथी मारिबो एमिति हेले भी मरिबे तेणु लेट अस स्पीड ऑफ द बाइक जस्ट से तले हाथी की क्रॉस कले गोटे फुट दूर से क्रॉस कले हाथी ठारू यू सी द सिचुएशन ही फेस्ड आमे सुनुच ना दैट रियल लाइफ एक्सपीरियंस कैन नॉट बी इक्वल विथ आवर एक्सपीरियंस बुझेला ना बुझेलानी हेलो से जेतेबेले ए कथाटी हम कहती लोम टांकुली जाउथो बिकॉज से जो हाथी गर्जन करूथिबो से जो गोटे साउंड आणुथिबो हाथी लोकटा को साउंड गाड़ी साउंड सुनुची ना गोटे जंगली हाथी गोटे फुट दूर ये क्रॉस करके आसुंदी जस्ट मृत्यु खसी के आसुंदी गोटे सेकंड रे दैट वाज द रियल एक्सपीरियंस सो then we think about applying. Third one is applying. It is very important. As a teacher, we have to give focus on understanding and applying. Applying is executing what you learned that you have to use in another situation. Implementing. Suppose you learn the formula, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So in day-to-day life, you are using this. Apply it, implementing it, this knowledge. When you purchase any article from the shopkeeper, when you pay the labor to the fee, when you borrow something, when you lend something. So this is the knowledge of addition, subtraction, everything is useful. Carrying out, using, you learn certain words, you develop the stock of vocabulary. Tell me, what is the usefulness of stock of vocabulary? I expect this response from everybody. What is the usefulness of?
We can express
Yes,
ourselves.
you can express. Very good. Anybody other?
We can explore ourselves.
Explore. Okay. Then
Sir, we can communicate with everybody and in every places.
very good. It helps for communication, better communication. Good. Then any other?
Sir, it will help us to express our feelings in a precise manner through the
Very good.
sentences.
Very good. Nice. Any other? Come up. Come up.
Connect with the society.
Connect with the society. Okay. Then any other?
Sir, we
Okay.
can socialize it. We can
Yes.
socialize through this.
Okay. Okay. So you see,
Sir, it helps.
suppose, yes, Lupi Koha, Lupi Koha.
Sir, it helps
Continue.
to use our ideas meaningfully.
Very good. But a very clear example is this. Most of the people are not, though secure good mark, good division in examination, they are not good speaker. Why? Most of the individual, most of the person cannot speak or address to the public very fluently. Why?
Maybe shyness.
Nervousness.
Nervousness.
Maybe,
Okay.
sir, lack of confidence.
Lack of
Confidence.
vocabulary.
Good.
Lack of vocabulary.
Very good. Lack of vocabulary. Oh.
Sir,
So you
lack
are
of
right.
confidence.
Yes, confidence. One told me previously.
Sir.
Okay.
Sir, communication power is
But
not
if
fully.
one is able to write, yes. If one is able to write, if we can say lack of vocabulary, cannot write. So, stock of vocabulary is helpful for writing and speaking. And speaking is related to your practice. And it depends upon your listening. तुम जिते पेसेंटली शुणुथिबो देखिबो से लोकटा से भल कहूथिबो जार शुणिबा को धैर्य नाही सिए ता जीवन रे वक्ता हेई परिबो नाही रिमेंबर it is very important who has
Yes,
no
sir.
patience to listen others he or she cannot able to speak able to address to the audience or public though have a stock of vocabulary and can write anything. Bujiyala? So it is
Sir, in
depend
some
upon.
cases they feel shy, na? Sir?
Yes. No. Not only
They feel
shyness.
shy in some cases. They
In
can't
some
still
cases,
express, can't express your
Fear
feelings.
of public speaking, sir.
everything can possible if you listen
Yes, sir.
and make it a hobby. You can listen and make it hobby. ମୁଁ ଯେତେବେଳେ ତମ ଭଳିଆ ପାଠ ପଢୁଥିଲି ମୋର ଏବେ ମନେ ପଡୁଛି ମୁଁ ଗ୍ରାଜୁଏସନ କମ୍ପ୍ଲିଟ କରି ସାରିଲେଣି ବିଏଡ୍ କରୁଥିଲି ଯଦି 3-4 ଜଣ ମୋ ପାଖରେ ଛିଡା ହେଇ ପଡେ ମୁଁ ଖାଇ ପାରେନି ମତେ ଏତେ ଲାଜ ଲାଗେ clear this is my real life experience but today तुम यदि ऑटोमेटिक मो खाद्य थाली की चाहूथिले मु खाउथबी अनेकरी कि नो प्रॉब्लम आज नुहे से बीएड कला बेले इसु डेवलप करी गला so it is depend upon your exposure your style of talking your style of working your style of behavior everything suppose we can take the example of the remote area, of a child of remote area. Bring him or her, and he or she will live in an urban area. So after a few months, few years, he or she will be smart. No problem. So exposure.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So another is analyzing. Analyzing. That is differentiating. Differentiating. पार्थक्य दर्शाओ जो आमे कहूचे. That is analyzing. Organizing. We will give certain hints or ideas, say to our students, you write it organizing way. पूरा कोहेरेंस मेंटेन करी कि सीक्वेंस मेंटेन करी कि तू लेख आइडियाज गुडा को कंपेयरिंग आमे तुलना करूचे पार्थक्य दर्शाओ तुलना करिबा डिकंस्ट्रक्टिंग गोटे पैराग्राफ अछि ताको हम कहया को पॉइंट वाइज करी लिखि दे डिकंस्ट्रक्ट कर दे क्या पॉइंट वाइज अछि ताको कंस्ट्रक्ट करे गोटे पैराग्राफ रे परिणत करे. So these type of questions, these type of activities are related to analyzing. Fifth one is evaluating. What is evaluating? Checking, judging. We are giving the group task to our students. Yes or no? While we are organizing group activities, we
Yes,
are
sir.
giving the task or assignment to the students in a group. What we are doing? Asking others. You peer evaluation. That is checking, evaluation. This peer will evaluate or check whether the answer is right or wrong of another student. So another student will check of another student. That is evaluating. Then suppose one student is speaking something. You have to engage other students. You judge and give your comment. तुमे जज कर कमेंट दियो केमती कहला आ कोन कहितले तार भलो होई थांता कोन गुडा से छाडी गला. So that is judging. So this type of question, this type of activities must have to be organized. Last one is creating, generating, planning, designing, producing, constructing. Means it is innovation. The word, very word innovation we know. So this is all about it, innovation. After learning, you have to create new idea, new plan, new design. Okay. So this is creating. After mastery learning, one can create something. तुमे आमे तले पाठ पढुतलु ए 5B मॉडल फॉर लेसन प्लान किछ नथिला. ऑनलाइन ए जो वर्चुअल आमे बसछि जेबे पाठ पढुचे मु तो कंप्यूटर सेंटर रो केबे जाई कंप्यूटर देखिनी. बुझियो छ नै?
Yes, sir.
Today
I
I
guess
am
so.
doing a lot of work using information communication technology. How is it possible? It is the own creation.
So experience.
Yes, experience. So experience, and it is related to my interest. Okay. So you are the competent enough. I learned the skills from my students. जेतेले कोविड हे गला मो छात्र मानकु मु डाके. Then I learned it. So learning is from everybody. मु भी तमटु सिखिबी तमे मोटु सिखिबो तुमे सांग मानकु सिखिबो. तेनु आमे सब जेते बेले एक्टिविटी करिबा सदा बेले इंटरैक्टिव हवा दरकार. So everyone has certain experience. Everyone has certain information and knowledge. So that must be shared in between us. Okay? One side listening, that is related to lecturer method. Interaction is related to learner-centered approach, constructive approach. So dear learners, I must suggest you, advise you, where you work. You may work in school, you may work in college, or work in university. So one thing you have to remember, constructive approach must be followed for facilitating to your learners for their construction of knowledge. It is our duty. We are the facilitator. Just once one of my friend told, he had a coaching center. So this year, 50% above students got first class in my coaching center and felt very pleasure. I listened silently and asked, dear brother, I think no student failed this year. No. More than 30 students, they could not pass in HSC examination. Oh, 30, more than 30 students failed. But perhaps the first class students, you taught the first class students, the students failed, other teacher perhaps taught. No, I taught mathematics to all. But their their fault, their parents are not conscious, therefore they could not get success. Well, no, dear brother, it is your fault. You remember, every child learns is with his or her own space. प्रत्येक पिला ता निजर दक्षता निजर अनुभूति को आधार करी निज स्पेस रे से शिक्षा ग्रहण करे पढ़े शिखे. वी आर द फैसिलिटेटर. तुम्हें जदि बाटिकी पियाई दबारु 50 पिला फर्स्ट क्लास पाइले आउ 30 पिला भी फर्स्ट क्लास पाई थांते, तुम्हें को शिक्षक बाटिकी पियाई दिए नहीं. तुम्हें भी कौन चाहूल से पचारि तुम्हें कौन चाहूल से 30टा पिला फेल हुंतु ना नाई मु चाहूली 100% रिजल्ट बोले कहीं पारानी. बिकॉज their performance is in comparison to others is poor. So you could not identify the reason for why their achievement level is poor. जदि तुम से आइडेंटिफाई करि थांत, then accordingly you have to help. तुम गाउटी परिश्रम अधिक पड़ी थांता, से पास कर थांते मैट्रिक रे. So we should not feel so pleasure with the success of 50% above getting first class. It is their credit. It is the students' credit. Clear? So this is creative. This is creativity. This is create. So creativity कथा कहूचे, innovation कथा कहूचे. This is this creating. तमे जहा आज अछ आउ 10 वर्ष पर से स्टेज रे थिबो कि परस्पर निज निज एनालिसिस कर.
नो सर.
You will enrich. तुम्हें निश्चय एनरिच करितो. Why? Knowledge, understanding, application, then analysis, evaluation, then you have to create new thing. Therefore you enrich yourself. You enrich yourself. निजुक निजे तुम्हें प्रोग्रेस करे करे चलो. बुझियला? तेणु we are the self learners. Everyone is the self learner. The end point is creativity. तुम लर्निंग टा सेति की मजबूत हेले तुम क्रिएट करिवो नुवा कथाटी नुवा चिंताधाराटी. दैट इज क्रिएटिविटी. सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट ब्लूम्स टैक्सोनॉमी that have been reflected in very shortly, precisely. Now think about interface between variety of disciplines and aims of education. Variety of discipline and aims of education. What is it? One is philosophy. Do you know what is philosophy? Yes. Who can say what is philosophy? Yes.
Wisdom of knowledge.
Wisdom or knowledge. Okay, very good, very good. Any other?
The love of wisdom.
Philosophy
Love of
is
wisdom.
the way of science.
Okay, very good. Any other?
Philosophy is the way
Suresh
of
Chandra
science.
Mahanti. Okay, thank you. Suresh Chandra Mahanti, do you listen me? Suresh Chandra Mahanti. हेलो
हेलो सर
अरे तुम ए जो व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप रे मु एडमिन नाही बोधे तुम सांग मानू को दे विल ऐड यू
सांग
ओके
मान सर काहक सर मु कहबी
अरे
हेलो
ये मेसेज कर लो तुम सांग नंबर देले तुम सांग कहि देबे ना मु मु से एडमिन कोन अछि
आज्ञा सर
ओके सो
କ୍ଲାସ ସରିଲା ପରେ କହିବ
हाँ ओके देन आज क्लास सइला पर गोटे इंपोर्टेंट इन्फॉर्मेशन अछि तुमको देबी आफ्टर माय क्लास I will give an a very important information. Okay. So, philosophy means love of knowledge, wisdom, according to Plato. So, who has love of knowledge and wisdom? Plato said, who has love of wisdom? He or she will love the surrounding. Everything, ଯେମିତି ଚରକ ଆଉ ସୁଶ୍ରୁତ. When Guru sent both, after education, evaluation was there. Send all the students, disciples, you go and test the plants and report me which plant is not useful, which plant has no value. They went and searched the plants, usefulness of the plants, all reported. The list of plants which are useful, the list of plants which are not useful for our life. But Charaka and Susruta, they returned after years and years together. They became late. Guru asked, why did you so late? They replied, we searched one by one plant everywhere, but we could not found a single plant which is useless. Every plant is useful. So they became the great. What is their recognition? Anybody? Charaka and Susruta, what is their recognition? Yes?
चरक संगीत
Yes. They wrote Charaka
चरक
Samhita.
संगीत
What is Charaka Samhita? It is the Ayurvedic
Sanskrit textbook
treatment.
on Ayurveda.
Medicine.
Yes. Become the best physician in Ayurvedic. So my point is to give this example. If you love your surrounding, if you love everything, then you can become a good, knowledgeous person. So wisdom and knowledge is very important. Love of that knowledge and wisdom is philosophy. It is a guide to way of life. Our late President of India, Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan told, philosophy is a guide to the way of life. Philosophy is the guide to our life. Philosophy आम जीवन को रास्ता देखई थाए मूवमेंट करिबा पाई. Psychology.
towards success.
Yes, towards success. Okay. Psychology. Psychology is nothing but it is a science of which studies our mind, our brain. Our mind has three levels: conscious, subconscious, and unconscious. When we are conscious, then we realize everything, recognize everything, respond to any question, and we are very fit to do any work, to act any. When we become subconscious, mind is subconscious, so it is not functioning well. When we are unconscious, it is like the sleep. ओडिया रे गोटे प्रोवर्ब अछि बोका तीन थर हसे. Fool laughs 3 times. हो ना नहीं?
Yes, sir.
Again, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. ବୋକା ପ୍ରଥମେ କେମିତି ହସେ?
ସାର୍ ଥରେ
ଯେ ବୋକା
ହେଲା ହଉଛି ଦେଖିକି
ନା
ହସେ, ଥରେ ବୁଝିକି ହସେ, ଆଉ ଥରେ ମନେ ପକେଇକି ହସେ।
ଫାଷ୍ଟ ଟାଇମ ଯୋଉ ହସେ ସେ କିଛି ବୁଝି ନଥିବ ହସି ଦେଇଥିବ, ଅନ୍ୟମାନେ ହସୁଛନ୍ତି ଦେଖିଦେଲା ଆଉ। ସୋ ଇଟ୍ ଇଜ ଅନକନ୍ସ ଏକ୍ସାମ୍ପଲ ଅଫ ଅନକନସିୟସ୍ ମାଇଣ୍ଡ। ଫାଷ୍ଟ ଲାଫ୍ ଇଜ ଅନକନସିୟସ୍ ମାଇଣ୍ଡ। ଓ ଟିକେ ଟିକେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ବୁଝିଯିବ ଶୁଣିଦବ ଆଉ ଥରେ ହସି ପକାଏ, ସବକନସିୟସ୍ ମାଇଣ୍ଡ। When understand everything, then third time will laugh.
Conscious mind.
That is conscious. Sociology, the science of society, customs,
Systematic study of society.
yes, beliefs, values, moral, behaviors, community, participations, your culture, your customs, your rituals, everything is related to sociology. Anthropology, it is a subject which is reads with the systematic study and understanding of the tribal people and societies in our present day. Systematic study of the tribal people, that is anthropology. ତାପସ ମ୍ୟୁଟ୍ କରିଦିଅ, ଯେତେବେଳେ କହିବ ଅନମ୍ୟୁଟ୍ କରି କହିବ। Okay. History, we know what is history. It says about the past. Economics, resources, community, and from philanthropy, from the international, national agencies. So it is very important in our day-to-day life, in our family life, in our home, in our society, in the state, in the country, in the world. Because without economy, without finance, we cannot survive, we cannot exist. So it is very important. Political science, geography, science of technology, mathematics, statistics, different type of literature. So these are the different variety of disciplines, and each and every discipline has each specific aims of the education. Yes or no? अरे हिस्ट्री गोटे डिसिप्लिन, हिस्ट्री डिसिप्लिन
Yes,
जहाँ एम, इज इट इक्वल विथ द सोशियोलॉजी एम ऑफ सोशियोलॉजी डिसिप्लिन? नो, इट इज
No, sir. No, sir.
साइकोलॉजी डिफर्स,
No,
फिलोसफी
sir.
डिफर्स लाइकवाइज. Okay.
But sir, they are interconnected to each other.
Yes. Just I got it. Yes, they are interrelated. Very good. There is a good relationship between all the disciplines. Okay. This is all about Unit 8. Now I am going to sharing another slide. Just wait 1 minute. I am going to present another slide. Okay. Okay. Unit 9. Whether the slide is visible now? Is
No,
it
sir.
visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Unit 9.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Unit 9 is about aims and goals of education in Indian philosophical traditions. So Indian philosophical tradition, Western philosophical tradition or thought is different. This is all about Indian educational philosophical tradition. Educational philosophy of Sankhya Yoga. The Sankhya divides the Laukik aims into 3 broad categories, that is physical development aim. आमे तले शिक्षा व्यवस्था रे काम करूचे, very important is physical development. The sound body helps for improving sound mind. if your body is not fit, if you are not physically fit, जर थंडा काश बथा होउची ताले से कोन पाठ पढ़िबो कोन करिवो nothing. So mind cannot develop. So physically fit is very important. First. Second is knowledge aim. Knowledge means what? Information, new experience, new exposure. That is knowledge. Baudik. Baudik means development of your IQ, intelligent quotient. Once in a meeting, Professor M.N. Kund, do you know which M.N. Kund? Manmoth Nath Kund, the professor of English.
Yes, sir,
জানিছ সস্মিতা জানিছ আচ্ছা very good. Very well, very expert in English language teaching. Very expert. He has experience and expertise not only in India as a professor, but only in different foreign countries. He was also the professor of emeritus. बाहर मध्य English professor से काम करछन्ति. Once in a meeting, he was the chief guest, and he told, I heard from him, there is a test of 50, the students at the age of 5 of 50 countries. 50टा राष्ट्र पिला मानकर आईक्यू टेस्ट करागला 5 वर्ष बयस रे देखा गला द आईक्यू ऑफ इंडियन स्टूडेंट्स आर in serial number 1. They left. जेते देश गले दिशा पाठ पढ़ले कले another after 10 years पुणी से मानु कानी का उथरा आईक्यू टेस्ट करागला देखा गला जे इंडियन पिला मानकर आईक्यू एथिरे तळा आडू फास्ट हिची. What is the difference? What is the difference? Yes?
They are not
Hello?
getting proper environment.
Yes, very good. So systemic reformation is required for bauddhic development. So this is today we are thinking so, but Sankhya Yoga, this is the philosophy in ancient Indian philosophy. Ancient Indian philosophy believed on physical development. आज आम योग दिवस पालुचे, मॉर्निंग वॉक करूचे, फिजिकल लेबर करिया को हमको डर लागुची, बुझियला, फास्ट फूड खाऊचे, स्वास्थ्य को देखुने पेट बाहर की एटा ही सालानी, आउ चाली पारुने 20 वर्ष 18 वर्ष बेले केते वर्ष बंचिबो सिए. Physical is very important. Ancient philosophy told this. Knowledge, it is all right. Without information, without exposure, you cannot know nothing. And Bodhi came. Think about the knowledge aim. Sensory organs are the most basic instrument of the knowledge getting process. Your sensory organs means eyes. हम बहुत कथा देखुचे, विजुअलाइज करूचे, ऑब्जर्व करूचे, देखिकरी आखि हमको सहायता करूची, तेणु एटा मध्य नॉलेज दउची. ईयर सुनिबा पई सहायता करूची, स्मेल, टच, all the sense organs are helpful for acquiring knowledge, gathering experience, information. Bauddhic or intellectual development, that I told, IQ, intelligence development, it is a higher kind of knowledge than mental knowledge. In ame Bloom's taxonomy use karuthile, discussion karuthile. First one is knowledge or remembering, but after that understanding, analyzing, applying, analyzing, evaluating, creating, all are higher order. Who, what, यही क्वेश्चन जदि आमे पचारिबा एटा सब नॉलेज टाइप क्वेश्चन. Why, how, discuss, distinguish, analyze, synthesize ଏଗୁଡ଼ା ସବୁ କଲେ ପିଲା ବୁଝିବ, ଆପ୍ଲାଏ କରିବ, ବ୍ରେନ୍ କୁ ୟୁଜ କରିବ, ଏକ୍ସପିରିଏନ୍ସ କୁ ବ୍ୟବହାର କରିବ, ତାର ବୌଦ୍ଧିକ ବିକାଶ ହବ, ଇଣ୍ଟେଲେକ୍ଚୁଆଲ ଡେଭଲପମେଣ୍ଟ ହବ। This was the traditional philosophy of our soil, of our country, educational philosophy of Sankhya Yoga. ବୁଝିହେଲା? Understood?
Yes, sir.
ଆଜ୍ଞା sir.
Any doubt?
Yes.
ଯଦି କାହାର କିଛି doubt ଅଛି
Yes,
ପଚାର।
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then ସ୍ଲାଇଡ ଟା ଶୋ କରୁଛି ତ?
Yes, sir.
ଆଜ୍ଞା।
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Then Jaina philosophy and its aim of education. Jaina philosophy. You know, Mahavir Jain was the କଣ ଗୋଟା ଗୋଟା ଜଏନ୍ କରୁଛନ୍ତି, କଣ ଲିଭ୍ କରି କରି ଯାଉଛନ୍ତି କିଛି? ହଉ ଯାଅ, ଗୋଟେ ଆଜି ଇମ୍ପୋର୍ଟାଣ୍ଟ ଇନଫର୍ମେସନ ଦେବି କିନ୍ତୁ ଲାଷ୍ଟକୁ କହିବି। Jaina philosophy and its aim of education. According to Mahavir Jain and his philosophy of education, what is education? Now, according to him, knowledge that inspires a man towards a good, pure and pious life is vidya or education. कितने सुंदर सेंटेंस से कहिसंती। The knowledge, the information which inspires a man, a person, an individual, व्यक्ति को जो ज्ञान इंस्पायर, एनकरेज करी थाए, कौन पाई? To maintain, to live with a good life, purity of life, pious life, that is known as vidya, that is known as education. जदि जो ज्ञान तुमको गोटे डकैत हवा पई सहायता करे, इज इट विद्या? हेलो?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No sir.
क्रिमिनल हवा को सहायता करे? No. No. The knowledge, the information which leads you to have or to maintain a good life, pure life and pious life. Hello?
No, sir.
That is known as vidya or education.
ଆଜ୍ଞା sir.
Clear? କିଏ କଣ କହୁଥିଲ କି? ପଚାରୁଥିଲ କଣ କି? Hello? Okay. So another is metaphysical aspects of Jainism and its aim of education. Metaphysical aspects of Jainism. What is? According to Jainism, the organism that is jibha, as a result of its own karma, means action, acquires layers of podgal which cover the jivatma. जो जीव आमे कहूचे जीव कहूचे आम जीव, द ऑर्गेनिज्म। जैन माने कहती ए जीव आमे जो जीवनटा पाइचे, दिस इज जीव, it is based on our karma. Who does good karma, good work, gets a pious life. गोटे पवित्र आत्मा ताको आमे कहबा, जीवात्मा कहबा, जीवात्मा। Who believes on the papa karma cannot treated as a good jivatma. The bad dispositions which may manifest in the form of kamu, that is passion, krodha, that is anger, lobha, that is greed.
Sir, layers of Pudgal means?
Sir?
Layers of Pudgal means what, sir?
देखुना, its own karma, that is action, acquires अर्थ कौन? ग्रहण करे। The layers of Pudgal which cover the जीव, जो तार जो जीवन धारण करिवार जो प्रोसेस टाको से एक्वायर करे, दैट इज कवर्स एज जीवात्मा। सेटा को हम जीवात्मा कहि थाउ। जो एक्वायर द लेयर्स ऑफ पुद्गल, दैट इज द जीवात्मा। It covers the Jivatma. Clear?
I guess
The bad dispositions, which may manifest in the form of a kamu. Kamu means passion, krodha means anger, lobha means greed, moha means attachment. Another is egotism. जो अहंकार आमे कहूचे, that is egotism. Attract Portugal, and hence they are termed as what is
Cassius in Jaina
Cassius
terminology.
in Jaina technology, a terminology. Okay. So see,
सर माने एठी जो षडरी
that
पोको
is
हिची सेटा
passion. हाँ सही बात, sorry. Passion अर्थ कौन?
Passion मतलब इच्छा से
What is your passion?
चाहत.
Interest, sir.
So जहाँ भी interest passion.
हाँ. हेलो, नमस्कार. मोटा क्लास रे अछि, क्लास सारी कथा होछि. हला. Listen. That is in the form of a kamu means passion, krodha means anger, lobha. এই जो षड रिपु आम भितर अछि मनुष्य भितरे, काम, क्रोध, लोभ, मोह, माया, अहंकार, ये गुड़ाक परित्याग करिबा होछि एम ऑफ एजुकेशन. थ्रू एम ऑफ एजुकेशन one can avoid all these interest in the mind of us. आम मनरे ये जो अच्छी खराब भावना, अहंकार, मोह, आम लोभटा मोह जोगु बर्तमान आम करप्शन करछे, विजिलेंस ट्रैप होउछनी सब ना, मोह, लोभ ये गुडा को आमे परित्याग करी केमिति परित्याग करि परिबा. दैट टीचर्स एजुकेशन, दैट इज द एम ऑफ एजुकेशन. राइट कंडक्ट, that is charitra. It relates to your character, our character building within the individual is also the aim of education. Then ei bhali au ketu gude deichi, simplicity, forgiveness, spontaneity, tenderness, truth, self content, purity, tapa, ये all are the related to this. ये सबु भल गुण गुड़िक संचार करिबा हम मध्यरे, that is depend upon the aim of education, and this is highlighted by Jainism, the philosophy of Jainism. जैन धर्मर दर्शन होउची एटा. एगुडा को देखिबो तुमरा मॉड्यूल मध्ये अछि, सुंदर भाबरे ताकू पढिबो. जदि किसी डाउट नेक्स्ट क्लास रे पचारिबो. देन अनदर इज बुद्धिस्ट फिलोसॉफी ऑफ एजुकेशन. Like Jainism, Buddhists are believe on noble truth. What are those? Life is full of sorrow, suffering, mental anguish. हो ना नहीं? Yes or no? Our life is full of sorrow, suffering, and mental tension and worries. These sufferings have some causes. मो सांग कार चढ़ुची, मोर सफरिंग आसिला. कामनार विनाश रे दुखर विनाश. तार पैसा से चढ़ुची, मोर पैसा नै मु चढ़िबिनी. सो व्हाट? आज ने तो मु गोटे सीनियर क्लास 1 ऑफिसर, मोर बाइक छडा कार नै, किंतु मो एस्टैब्लिशमेंट रे मु जोर जोर चाकरी कर जे क्लास 4 एम्प्लॉय मध्ये कार चढ़ुचंती, तार निजस्व कार अछि क्लास 4 एम्प्लॉय कर. व्हाई शुड आई बी वरीड? It is true fact in my life. So these sufferings have some causes. It is possible to get rid of the sufferings that we have. There are ways to end these sufferings. Sei dukhara vinash re, kamanara vinash re tumara dukhara vinash. Kamana thile hi dukha ase, pile मन rakho eta. What are the marg, अष्टमार्ग, 8टी मार्ग बुद्धिस्ट मते अछि, जे ई मार्ग तमे जदि फॉलो करिवो ताले तुमे कामनारू ऊर्ध्व को जाई परिवो, दुखर विनाश. Budham Saranam Gachami.
Gachami.
Yes. Samyak Drishti. Samyak Sankalp. Samyak Drishti means what? This is right knowledge or perception. So what is the aim of education? So aim of education is to gives that knowledge, that perception that should be right, appropriate to your student, your learner. आजिकल आम कौन दौचे आम खाली नंबर पछरे पढ़ीचे वी आर रनिंग बिहाइंड मार्क अरे से मार्क नहीं करिवो कौन तमे व्हाट शैल यू डू विथ दैट मार्क हैं बट कैरेक्टर बिल्डिंग रियल लाइफ एक्सपीरियंस पिलाटे को शिक्षा मनुष्य भलिया गढ़ी तोलिबा पई शिक्षार लक्ष्य उद्देश्य दैट इज right knowledge or perception, render right knowledge or perception to the child. Samyak sankalp means right determination of will. We have willpower, we have will, but that should be right. मो इच्छा देहो मु डकैती करिवि मो इच्छा हो मु चोरी करिवि मु मनीष मारिवि it is not right will. My will must be sociable, which is acceptable by the all, which is get respect from others. That is right determination, right will. Samyak bhak, that is right speech. हम जो वाक्य कहूचे, the speech should be right. वचने का दरिद्रता जिह्व गोटे जीव हमको भगवान देइछंती, that tongue gives us life and that tongue also put us in danger and we should face the difficulty in our life. Karma, right conduct or action. What I have to do, that must be right. Right vocation means to live peacefully, happily. We have to follow the right ways. बंचिबा पई हमें बहुत काम करूचे से काम गुडा सब कोन होवा दरकार सोशिएबल होवा दरकार मु बंची बोली कोन डकैत करिवि चोरी करिवि मनुष्य मारिवि नो टू लिव I will love for labor. I will do some hard labor and earn money and eat something, drink something and live happily, peacefully. Right exercise or practice, right repetition, right meditation. So meditation must be right. मु meditation रे बसिथिबि भाबुथिबि कार अनिष्ट चिंता करूथिबि no, when I sit in meditation except God there is nothing in my mind. That is right meditation. So according to Buddhist philosophy of education, these are the 8 paths, 8 ways how to achieve, how to get success in your life and become an ideal one. And others मानव हवा पाई ये होची educational philosophy of Buddhist. Any doubt? Any doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Thank you. Aims of education. According to Buddhist philosophy, what is the aim of
right
education?
repeat sir
हाँ कुहा
right
Yes.
repetition means जहाँ भी भल जिनस ताको रिपीट करे ना एटा तो मीनिंग right repetition जो
हाँ
अछि
हाँ
तंगर
repetition
7
means
point
what? Yes, you have to follow the right
good
things
things
always.
repeat
Okay.
okay
So aims of
fine.
education means moral life. So every individual should maintain, should live with a moral life. Development of a personality, conservation of a culture. आम बापा माँ जहाँ सब कल्चर जो रिचुअल्स रखी आम पालन करुचे ना करूने
Yes, sir.
କରୁଛେ sir.
very good. Conservation of a culture. Total development means, who can say what is total development?
Holistic development.
holistic development
What
sir.
is
Down development.
Moral, social,
holistic? Total meaning jaha, holistic meaning से all round development से but how can I understand?
Physical,
Sir,
mental,
morally physically socially
Nice.
intellectually
mentally, spiritual.
Good. That is the
Yes, sir.
definition of Gandhi. body, mind, and spirit. Body means
spirit.
physical, mind is mental, but cognitive, spiritual means affective development. Cognitive, affective, psychomotor development. That is all-round development. এই answer টা দেব সবার। This is all about unit 9. Then unit 8 is over, unit 9 is over. Another is unit 10. What is unit 10? Aims and goals of education according to Western thought. Unit 9 is about Eastern thought. Eastern means our Indian philosophy, Indian thought. But what aim and goals of education is according to Western thought? Let us discuss. Schools of thoughts and isms. That is a set of ideas regarding reality, knowledge, and value. We know what is reality. The real life experience is reality. Knowledge, what we got through our listening, through our reading, through our observing, through our vision and values. Okay. Three aspects of a school of thought are very important in influencing the aims and practices of education. There are three branches of philosophy which deals with the metaphysics, epistemology, axiology. These very important three things. One is metaphysics. Metaphysics helps a person to understand the nature of reality. It is very important. Metaphysics helps a person to understand the nature of reality. For example, idealism, naturalism, pragmatism. Can you distinguish between all these three? Anybody? Yes?
Pragmatism is knowledge can be accepted by experiment.
Experiment. Okay. Then any other?
Sir, idealism and
Naturalism focus on nature and follow nature.
Okay. Okay.
Again, sir.
Okay, just move.
Sir, sir, ମୋ ଆୱାଜ ଆସୁଛି sir, idealism believes करे जे idea thought सेउटा होची सबटु बेस्ट आ सुप्रीम होची गॉड କିନ୍ତୁ ନ୍ୟାଚୁରାଲିଜିମ୍ ବିଲିଭ୍ କରେ ଯେ ନେଚର ହଉଛି ସବୁଠୁ ବେଷ୍ଟ ଆଉ ନେଚରରୁ ସମସ୍ତେ ସୃଷ୍ଟି ହେଇଛନ୍ତି। ଆଉ ପ୍ରାଗ୍ମାଟିଜିମ୍ କୁହେ ଯେ ଏଭ୍ରିଥିଙ୍ଗ ଇଜ ଚେଞ୍ଜେବୁଲ, କିଛି କୌଣସି ଟ୍ରୁଥ ମାନେ ପରଫେକ୍ଟ ନୁହଁ, ସେଟା
ଭେରି ଗୁଡ୍। ୟେସ୍, ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ ଏକ୍ସାମ୍ପଲ ଦଉଛି, ତୁମ ଆନ୍ସର ସହିତ ଟିକେ ସପ୍ଲିମେଣ୍ଟ ଯୋଡ଼ି ଦଉଛି। ହଁ, କହିବ କିଛି ଆଉ? ୟେସ୍, ବିଜୟ ଆନନ୍ଦ କିଛି କହିବ କି? ବିଜୟ ଆନନ୍ଦ?
ନାଇଁ ସାର୍।
Okay, okay. Just I can supplement something with your response. ତମ ଉତ୍ତର ସହିତ ମୁଁ କିଛି ଯୋଡ଼ି ଦଉଛି। ଆମେ ସବୁବେଳେ ପାଠ ନ ପଢି ମନ୍ଦିର ଯାଇ ଏତେ ବଡ଼ ସୁନ୍ଦର ଟୋପା ମାରି ଅଧ୍ୟାସ ପଢିଯିବା, ଘଣ୍ଟେ 2 ଘଣ୍ଟା, ପ୍ରଭୁ ମତେ ରକ୍ଷା କର, ମତେ ଟିକେ ଦଉଛି ଏଥର ପରୀକ୍ଷାଟା ହାଇସ୍କୁଲ ମାଷ୍ଟର ଟିକେ ହେବି, ଟିକେ ପାସ୍ କରିଦିଅ, ହାଇସ୍କୁଲ ଟିଚର କରିଦିଅ। ଆଉ ଦଳେ ପିଲା ରହିଲେ କହିଲେ नो, I will read, I will prepare confidently and sit in the examination. তাহলে এই দুইটা एग्जांपल কোটা আইডিয়ালিজম কোটা ন্যাচুরালিজম কহিলা তুমি?
ফার্স্ট এক্সাম্পলটা আইডিয়ালিজম স্যার।
ভেরি গুড।
সেকেন্ড ইজ ন্যাচুরালিজম।
If we combine both, that is pragmatism. Believe on God but do hard labor. परिश्रम करो, ठाकुर पाखरे विश्वास रखो।
Yes sir.
Pragmatism. Okay. So let us think about metaphysics helps a person to understand the nature of reality. What is the nature? That is important.
Sir, कहले believe in God.
That is
Do hard
idealism.
work.
ନା sir ସେଟା
That
କଣ
is
କହିଲେ
idealism.
believe in God
Pragmatism ଟା both.
Both.
Believe in God,
ଦେଖ
also hard work.
ହଁ ମୁଁ ଏସେନ୍ସ ଟା ତୁମକୁ କହିଦେଲି ଦିସ୍ ଇଜ ଦ ଏସେନ୍ସ but you have to go through what is idealism principles, what are the principle of naturalism, what is the principle of pragmatism, then you can analyze and you can add other points, distinguish and define all these three terms. Okay, देखिबो जेहेतु हमको समय कम मु एसेंस टिके टिके तुम कहि दउची. Okay, then epistemology deals with the nature of knowledge and its conditions. One is the nature of reality is metaphysics, but epistemology deals with the nature of knowledge and its condition. Axiology deals with ethics and aesthetics. Ethics kona? Moral ethics. That is values. Aesthetic, the beautiness. साहित्य रखिबा सजाड़ रखिबा जो विषय पिलांग हम पढौचे. Why this is meant for what? This is meant for develop aesthetic value. Ethics is concerned with the problems of values. Ethics is concerned with problems of values, while morality and good and bad are known as aesthetic. गोटे भल कामटे करिबा, अन्य को भल व्यवहार देखैबा, परिवेश को सफा सुंदर रखिबा, तुम घरे जिनसा पत्र साइज सजाड़ रखिबा. This is aesthetic sense, aesthetic. Ethics or values, truthful haba, become honest, punctual, sincere, helpful, cooperative, brotherhoodness, national integration, international understanding. These feelings should be developed in the mind of every individual. That is ethical values. Here is idealism. Just ଏଠି ଅଛି ମୁଁ ଦେଖି ନଥିଲି. Here is idealism. What is idealism? Plato, Socrates, Berkel, Fichte, Hegel, Hume, Kant. These are the philosophers who believed on idealism. Those are known as idealists, as they stressed on mind and the self, leading to be believed that the creation of the universe is a reflection of the mind. Idealism is a system that emphasizes the preeminent importance of mind, soul, and spirit. Mind, soul, and spirit. Atma, Mana, Dharma, Karma. এই ସବୁ କଥା ଗୁଡାକ होची principle of idealism. According to idealism, the aim of education is self-realization. Self-realization means what? That is total development of the inherent powers of a man. What is that? Now, physical, that we discussed before. Biologically, we have to physically strong. Social relation or social values, समाज रे में बंचुचे, भाईचारा संपर्क नहीं की रहिबा. Mental self, your mental development, जहाँ कहिबो, भाबिबो, चिंता करिबो, that must be very true. Spiritually, we should be sound. Spiritually, आध्यात्मिक दृष्टि मध्य हमें, तार आध्यात्मिक अर्थ कौन? Believe on God. Believe on God, Goddess. Cultivation of a truth, beauty, and goodness. Cultivation of a truth, beauty, and goodness. सत्य सुंदर, सत्य शिव सुंदर जोटा हमें कहूचे, सत्य शिव सुंदर. Conservation, promotion, and transmission of cultural heritage. Cultural heritage, the previous practice that have to conserved, promoted from generation, transmit from generation to generation. मु जहा कहूची मो छुआ करी से कर. विजय कोन कहूछ कि विजय आनंद?
ना सर सही हमर
क्वेश्चन
नहीं सर हमर जो हेरिटेज अछि कल्चर अछि को हमें ଆମର ଏବେ ବି ୟୁଜ କରିବା ଆର फ्यूचर ପାଇଁ ବି ଯେମିତି ଆମ ପିଲାମାନେ ୟୁଜ କରିପାରିବେ ସେମିତି ବି ଆମେ
Very
ହେରିटेज କୁ
good.
conserve
ହଁ ସେଇ କଥା କହିଛି very good. Okay, okay. Conservation of inborn nature into spiritual nature. Inborn nature into spiritual. What we got from our parents. What is the influence of our gene? You gene ର ପ୍ରଭାବ. Inherent power of our parents. That should be convert into what? Convert into spiritual nature. Preparation for a holy life. Development of intelligence and rationality in children. These are the different aspects of self-realization. So this is the aim of education. Phenomenology. Another is phenomenology. What is phenomenology? Edmund Husserl, Alfred and Monehan and others. Those are described the world not in terms of physical environment but a symbolically endowed world meanings. ई माने सब कहिसंती जे वर्ल्डिकल एनवायरनमेंट में symbolically it is also accepted. According to phenomenology, aim of education is to develop the capacity to disseminate what acts and experiences are desirable as per culture and society. Remember it. There is a culture and that culture is based and it is a practice of the social people, society. The people lives in the society. समाज रे जो लोग रहंती, समाज रे जो लोग रहंती, सेमाने विभिन्न कल्चर लोग रहंती. Yes or no? Culture is मामुन के तो background voice आछी तमरो background sound आछी मामुन there is a background. Yes. ଯେତେବେଳେ କହିବ ଅନମ୍ୟୁଟ କରି କହିବ. So develop the capacity to disseminate what acts and experiences the individual gathers where now from culture as well as from the society. समाज रे हमें बंचुचे विभिन्न कल्चरल कॉन्टेक्स्ट रे हमें बंचुचे सेथुरा हमें विभिन्न एक्सपीरियंस पाउचे सही एक्सपीरियंस टाकू पुनी स्ट्रेंथन करेबा होची एम ऑफ एजुकेशन. Understanding the role of authority in the educative process is a traditional way. Role of authority ताकू मध्ये हमें कंजर्वेट करूचे. Then make individual free to get experience, think, act, developing in intuitive quality of mind and develop reflective consciousness to understand objective, subjective or intuitive source of knowledge. So this is all about the phenomenology and aims of education. In the next class hame experience to alochana kariba. It is ohila slide number 7 ro experience to next class ram discussion kariba. Au jode class charta class bode solla MES-12 ro. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.